One of the things that often brings people into therapy is a presentation of just feeling off, feeling a little anxious, not really feeling as good as they'd like to feel, and they really don't have any understanding of why this is happening. Their life might be going okay, or they got through a really difficult time in their life and things are good now. So why do I still carry this anxiety and this feeling of not feeling as good as I want to in my body? What we know is that our nervous system is the regulator of how our body feels in any given moment. So when people are experiencing that, we often kind of acknowledge that it's not that uncommon. And when we understand the source of that distress, it can make it easier to cope with and it can make it easier actually to resolve. So our nervous system is responsible for taking cues from our surroundings to let us know, is this a safe place? Is this a safe person? Is this a safe relationship? So if we've had experience of being around people or situations where we felt unease, we were walking on eggshells, there was a lot of emotional upset or dysregulation, our nervous system really learns how to get on guard and protect us from that. So when we're thinking about nervous system regulation and why we feel a certain way now, it's often because our body is operating on what has happened in the past and is using our nervous system as a protective measure rather than evaluating what's happening in our present situation. So, because of that, even being in a calm situation, everything's okay. I'm sitting in a therapist's office, nothing should feel, distressing or worrisome. But my body is remembering a time, a place, a situation where it wasn't safe or okay for me to be in this moment. So that's not a failure, that's an adaptation. It just means that your body learned how to do something at a time when you needed protection. And what we want to do now is be able to bring your body and your brain back together so that they can evaluate your current situation. So often regulating your nervous system means intentionally choosing to be around people that make your body feel good. It might be slowing down, noticing your breath. That's why a lot of these grounding exercises exist, to notice what's happening around you, noticing what you see, what you hear, what you smell. Those are all ways to get your brain recognizing where you are right now so that your nervous system can regulate and be aware of what's happening in the present moment. Now, this might sound a little oversimplified, of course, depending on what you've been through in your life, what your present circumstances are. It might take a little more exploration of understanding what you've been through, how your body typically responds to stress. We all know a little bit about fight or flight. Sometimes people's bodies get into flight mode, keep busy, distracted. Some people go into more of a uh, dorsal state or staying calm, which is shutdown. They learn to manage their nervous system by avoiding being in situations that might trigger those unpleasant feelings. So it's a total shutdown. So a lot of therapy is about understanding. There's some teaching, some education, understanding how our bodies work. There's a huge component of just understanding you and your story. If you've been thinking about therapy or looking for a therapist and kind of not quite sure what modality you need, what type of therapist you need, we're actually in the process of developing an app that we're hopeful is going to make that a whole lot easier for people. So I hope you'll keep following along.